guys, Dumelang and welcome to today's episode of Scent Check. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ntabi, so if you didn't know, now you know. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my top 15 picks for autumn and winter fragrances. I think I did a real thing proper. I think I have really great options for each and every single fragrance taste. So yes, feel free to check out the chapters over here. So I have different categories, and as per usual, whatever speaks to you, check it out. You can scroll through the chapters. You can also check out the description box down below for all the links to the fragrances. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna talk about my scent of the day. I think it should be a tradition that we do on this channel over here. So if you don't mind sharing, tell us what you are wearing today. I am wearing this baby over here. This is Roses Are Red from Niche Perfumes, and to say I'm obsessed with this brand is an understatement. I spoke about it in my last video, and I had the discovery set, and now I have two brand new bottles because, like I said, I love this brand, love the fragrances. So Roses Are Red, it's, as you can imagine, it's a rosy fragrance. You have Turkish rose, you have damask rose in here, and then you have some powdery nuances to the fragrance, and you also have some vanilla and some pink pepper. It's so good. It's elegant, it's sophisticated, but it's also very feminine. It's very feminine. It has that like really nice delicate touch to it, but you know, it's not boring. It doesn't smell like a boring floral fragrance. Love her, and it's sweet. I like how that vanilla pairs so perfectly with the rose in here. It's so good. Like, guys, I love this thing. But yes, please share with us, tell us what you're wearing in the comment section down below. Let's get into my list. Okay, so the first category is for my girlies that love smelling like chocolate. Okay, you like fragrances that have a chocolate vibe in there? Let's get into my picks. The first one is Choco Musk. You guys, I'm pretty sure, have already heard of Choco Musk. I think it's one of those that just took the internet by storm, right? It's very popular, and this is literally, in a nutshell, it's a milky, chocolatey type of a scent, right? You have your vanilla, it has cinnamon, it has all these notes in there, but what you really get, like the main vibe of this, is the milky, chocolatey vibe with vanilla, of course. This is so good. Now, okay, I literally have had this for a month, and I already finished this. Like, this is the first time I've finished a perfume oil, which is so crazy because perfume oils are very concentrated, as you guys know. And for me to have finished this in literally like 3 or 4 weeks is kind of crazy. It's actually been 3 weeks, honestly. It's kind of crazy. So yeah, I'm gonna stock up on these. I think now I'll probably just buy like, you know, 3 or 4 just so I have it, because this is such a perfect layering scent. Okay, I love that obviously because it's an oil, you can put fragrances on top of it, and it helps to kind of like, you know, grab onto your perfumes and make them last a little bit longer. This just smells decadent. The next one is this baby over here. This is Bonolo from Niche Perfumes. Guys, I love this thing so much. South African brand, black owned. I spoke about it in my previous video, so if you haven't watched that, I will link it somewhere up here. But yes, in the last video, I spoke about how like this was one of my top contenders for fragrances that I was just gonna, you know, just buy a full bottle of. This fragrance captures everything that I look for in a fragrance, right? I like very cozy, warm, sensual fragrances. They're sweet, they're intoxicating, very alluring, captivating, it's sexy. Those are all the things that this fragrance is. This has some spices in there, so you have pink pepper and you also have coriander, right? However, the spices are not, they're not very abrasive, they're not very in your face. They are very well rounded off by the sweet notes in this perfume. And then you also have some labdanum and patchouli, and those two notes really just serve to ground this fragrance, and they help it last a lot longer. And of course, you have white chocolate, which is one of my favorite things about this fragrance, because I don't think I've tried a lot of fragrances that have a white chocolate note in there. So yes, this one, it's so stunning. This is perfect for like the days when you want to feel cozy, you want to feel cozy, you want to feel sexy. It just smells like a woman who's got her shit together. Okay, so it's perfect for like the cold days, perfect for a date night as well, because who wouldn't want to smell cozy, warm, inviting, sexy, seductive, all the things. Very intoxicating, very alluring. And this, you know what, I have a lot of fragrances I love from this brand, but this one is easily top 5 on my list of like their best fragrances, especially for women. It's a gourmand for grown women, right? So this is one where, in as much as it has like the vanillas, the chocolates, all the sweet notes, it doesn't smell obnoxiously sweet. Of course, I can't talk about chocolate fragrances without talking about Nebras from Lattafa. You guys already know, red berries, cacao powder, vanilla. That's the main vibe of this fragrance, and this one does well with people. Okay, people enjoy it. It smells good all the time. Okay, it's perfect for layering as well, and the people I've recommended this to in my life enjoy this fragrance. So yeah, like this is one I would always recommend. I think my bottle is literally empty at this point. I think I have a few more sprays before I need to get another one. So I love this girl. The next category is caramel fragrances. So we're gonna start with this one. This is the only one from Dolce and Gabanna. This one, it smells so good. I stopped wearing it because I'm gonna need to replace this very soon and I don't want to finish this yet. But yes, this one, it's a caramel bomb. Caramel, coffee. The coffee in this perfume does not stand out. It's not like a black opium, for example, where you can definitely smell the coffee. In here, the coffee is more so covered with that really sweet caramel, and you also have some white florals in here. You have a little bit of a powdery touch, but you really just get like mainly caramel, slightly coffee type of a bomb. Like it genuinely just smells like a caramel, like caramelized type of a crackling. So in my mind, I'm thinking even like a burnt sugar caramelized type of a vibe. The next one is this one. So this one took me by surprise because when I say to you I was ready to give this to someone else, I'm so serious, but at the same time I couldn't even figure out who to give this to, because I was like, who the hell would want to smell like this? I did not like this perfume when I first got it. Like the first week I got it, literally I would just spray it on paper every day because I was like, what the hell is this? And one thing about this, it is a potent fragrance, right? And I was literally like regretting buying this fragrance to the point where I wanted to even make a video of fragrances I regret buying, which I will give you that video. I think I'm just gonna have to compile a list, look for all my other fragrances, because you know these are not the only fragrances I have. Anyway, this one, right? This is Ishq Shayukh Gold, and it's a leathery suede caramel saffron fragrance, right? So here's my thing. When I first got this thing, it was giving very much like rubber. Like it smelled like rubber that's mixed with something sweet. It was off-putting, and I could not understand, Wooty, why would anybody want to wear this, right? But because of how many times I kept spraying it out, what ended up happening is that I would spray it, put it away, spray it, put it away, because every day I was trying to understand what the hell's going on in this fragrance, to the point where one day when I finally spray this out, I'm just sitting in my room, I'm like, what's that smell? Like, it smells so good in here, you know? It was this, because that caramel tonka bean vibe had now started coming out a lot more, and the suede leathery notes in here had toned down, and I knew this was not a safe blind buy because I don't like leather. I don't like leather in fragrances. Granted, there are some fragrances that have leather in them that I do enjoy, but for the most part, I'm not a fan of leather, okay? So this one definitely, Nick, I was kind of upset at myself for buying this, but now I'm happy, because when I say to you, I haven't been able to put this down. Like all these weeks I've been wearing this. I've been wearing it by itself. I layer it as well, and it just smells amazing. Okay, and I was wearing it actually the other day, and I received compliments on this. Like, it's so good. It's so good. Like, I think it just needed a little bit more time to macerate, because these fragrances, right, fun facts real quickly, when it comes to Middle Eastern fragrances, right, they're like the fast fashion of the fragrance world, if I can put it that way. So think of like how when you go to like you buy from Shein or Mr. Price or whatever, you know you're not buying the highest quality of garments, right? You see how that makes sense for fast fashion? Same thing with these fragrances. They made so quickly, obviously with a lot of synthetic material, and they kind of just like pump them out very quickly, and they don't give them enough time to sit, macerate, mature, and do all the things they need to do before they send it to you and I as the consumers. So with fragrances, you have to let them macerate, you have to let them mature, right? And this is kind of like, think of the process that goes behind making a wine, for example. You have to let the wine sit, you let it mature, you let it do its thing before you bottle it and send it to the customers. And the longer it sits, obviously, the better it gets. So with these fragrances, because they are, like I said, the fast fashion, they're like the fast fashion of the fragrance world, they make them very quickly, bottle them, send them out. They don't like give them enough time to sit and macerate, and that's why you'll find a lot of times these fragrances tend to smell much better like weeks or months after you've had them, opened them, and all that good stuff. So yes, that's a tip. When you get these fragrances, spray them out a little bit and then just let them sit, and then get back to them after a few days or whatever, and just you'll notice a difference. You can even wear it on a night out, and you know it's got you. It's not gonna let go of you the entire night. And yeah, perfectly unisex as well. I would love this on a man. Like, oh, it smells so good. The next category is vanilla. Of course, it cannot be an Tabi video without vanilla fragrances, and the first one is this baby here. This is Supreme Vanilla from Zara. Now with Zara perfumes, personally I have stopped like buying into all the launches and everything that come from Zara. I feel like people overseas are always, you know, hyping them up like, oh yeah, Zara just released, let's go buy all the fragrances. I don't do that anymore, simply because I realized, if you've used enough Zara fragrances, you know a lot of them start smelling very similar. So there's literally no point. It's redundant to keep buying all these fragrances, right? It's just pointless, especially when you have a collection like I do, right? Like there's no point in constantly buying things that smell similar. Anyway, this is, her name is Supreme Vanilla, and she's giving very much Supreme vibes. Okay, she really is. Now this fragrance, another one that is not a safe blind buy. You have to go to the store, spray it on your skin, and see how you feel about this. I literally went to the store last week and I sprayed this on my skin, right? Because I was checking out the new releases from Zara and everything, and the girlies online were hyping this up last year, and I was like, ah, whatever, like I can let it pass me. I'll let it pass me, it's cool. But then I finally got my nose on this, and I sprayed it on myself, and I was walking around the mall doing my errands, and I kept getting whiffs of this very, like this yummy sweetness, and I was like, what is that? Like, is that me? I went back to Zara and I bought this, and I was trying to convince myself not to get it because I was like, dude, you have so many vanilla fragrances, like relax. But how I convinced myself to buy this was that, you know what, to be fair, I don't have a vanilla fragrance that smells exactly like this. Some people compare this to Vanilla 28, which I have somewhere here on my Kayali stand. However, I will be the first to tell you that this does not smell like Vanilla 28, so don't let people lie to y'all. I told you guys in another video, Uguti, one thing about people online, they will lie and exaggerate and hype things up for no damn reason. But anyway, okay, the hype of this is real, but like it doesn't smell like Vanilla 28 is my point. Yeah, bo. Anyway, so this one, it's vanilla, but it has a twist. It has a twist. It has ink in it, like ink as in like ink, like ball pen printer type of ink on paper. Yeah, it has that vibe, and that's exactly what makes this fragrance a little bit polarizing in my opinion. And I feel like this is for my girlies that enjoy interesting smelling fragrances. You don't want to smell like vanilla cupcakes, but oh my god, you guys, when I say to you, this thing, it's so addictive. Now this is one I would definitely say, wear it if you're gonna wear this, right? If you're gonna buy this, I would say wear it at least like 10 to 15 minutes before you have to leave the house, just so you let that ink notes just kind of dissipate a little bit, because I can see that being very off-putting for people. Yeah, but like literally after like that first 15-minute mark, maybe even to 20 minutes max, when I say to you this thing smells incredible, it does. It smells so good, and I'm so glad that I finally actually got to add this to my collection. I also wore this. I wore this the other day, and I layered these two together, and they just smelled incredible together. So yes, she smells really good, but it's not for everybody, so go check it out, go shopong before you purchase this. So yeah, the next one is YSL Libre Intense. I can't make a video like this without highlighting this girly. Okay, she is intoxicating. Like this is literally like, it smells like that girl. Okay, that girl, that very, like, you know, she's seductive, she's just that girl. When she walks into a room, you notice her. That's what this fragrance smells like. YSL Libre, it has lavender, it has vanilla. That's like the main vibe you get from this fragrance. And then of course there are some white flowers in there, but really just think of like amber, like the richness, the depth that come from amber, and then think of the vanilla, and that's mixed with lavender. And the lavender in here, you can definitely smell it, but it's not like, it's not giving handy Andy vibes, okay? You're not gonna smell like a handy Andy cleaner or whatever. And the performance of this, guys, and this thing, it just does something. It does something to men. I don't know what it does, but it does something to them. I can't explain it to you, but like this thing, I remember this one time I was wearing this and I was running errands, and then literally this guy, he stops me and he's just like, you smell so damn good. And I was like, correct, my good sir, you are right, you are not telling a lie, because genuinely this smells damn good. Okay, it just does. So yeah, the performance of this also amazing. A lot of the ones that I'm recommending today, listen, you can get a full day's wear out of these, and you don't have to worry about wasting your money Although, not gonna lie, like the prices that these fragrances are being sold at right now is a bit crazy. It's a little bit crazy, which is why like I would just actually recommend that try out this brand, like try out these perfumes, because the other day I was looking at prices of fragrances and I was like, honestly, these ones are reasonably priced. You can get a 50 ml for like, you know, 1.5, 1.2, like literally. Have you seen the prices? Have you seen the prices of some of these fragrances? Like this one, I think the 50 ml is over 2,000 rands, which is so crazy. So yeah, buy it on a discount, buy it when it's on sale or something, because that's the same thing that I did. I never buy fragrances full price, by the way. I don't believe in that. So yeah, when there's a sale happening, buy your fragrances then. But yeah, keep this on your wish list if you are interested in it, because it's definitely the girl that she thinks it, because it's definitely the girl she thinks she is. Like it's scrumptious. For my Musk lovers, I'm gonna recommend Versace Crystal Noir. Now, I'm not a big fan of Musk fragrances. I'm really not. However, every now and then I can do a Musk, especially when it's a little bit sweet, right? So this one, you have some black pepper, coconut. You also have some white florals in there. You have vanilla, and this fragrance has like this sourness to it, and it has this coldness, and I feel like the sourness somehow translates to making this fragrance smell a little bit cold, which is so weird. But I promise you, this just smells like a mysterious biker girl. Like she's cool, she's cool, she's edgy, she's mysterious, but she smells so good. You know, she's noticeable. She's very noticeable because she just stands out. She's cool. Like she's cool. Think of like maybe like Chamiso, you know, Chamiso, like with her tattoos and everything. Like it just kind of smells like someone that's cool. Like she's very cool, but she's also noticeable. You're gonna notice her, you're gonna pay attention to her, and she just looks, and she's also sexy. She has a sex appeal to her, but she doesn't smell like every single girl in the world, you know what I mean? And of course the main note in here is musk as well. But yeah, this has like a cold vibe to it, and in as much as it has that coldness, it's not something that would make sense to me for summer. I do think you could pull off this fragrance the whole year round, but there's something about the coldness in this that just pairs perfectly with like a cold winter day or autumn day. So yeah, try this out. And the performance of this is so good. The way it projects off your skin is also really great. So yeah, if you are a cool, edgy, kind of mysterious type of a girly, the next one is this one over here, Mont Blanc Signature. This one could actually like go as a perfect signature scent. It is so good. Like the best way I can describe this, I don't know if I've ever featured this on my channel. I think maybe on my TikTok, which follow me on TikTok if you don't follow me already. But anyway, I describe this as, think of when you take a bar of Dove soap, and then you just cover that soap, or you wrap that soap in like a soft cashmere blanket, okay? It's very fluffy, and the fluffiness represents the musk, okay? And then it has like a fluffy whipped vanilla type of a scent, and then it also has some citrusy vibes, and the citrus from here is coming from the tangerine, nachi type of a scent, but like it's not overly citrusy. So it's like a creamy, citrusy, vanilla, musky scent, literally. So it has a soapiness, hence the Dove soap, but this one, I think, like I said, can work all year round. And I think like if you are looking for a scent to wear to work, perfect. It's perfect. It's not offensive, it's just pleasant, and it smells cozy. It smells like a hug. This literally smells like a hug. The next category is going to be florals, right? For my floral girlies, the ones I'm going to recommend is this one, Victory of Paradise Marina. This one is, it's creamy, it's sweet, it's, oh, this is so good, guys. This perfume, it's also one of those intoxicating ones. Like it's flowers, you have your tuberose in there, but the tuberose in here is not that bubble gummy white floral type tuberose. It's not that. And then you have ylang ylang. Ylang ylang is a tropical yellow flower. It usually has like this like, yes, it's a flower, but then it has like nuances of like honey or like a banana type of a scent. Some people have even pointed out that like sometimes ylang ylang has like this custard floral vibe, which it's valid. That is so valid, because when you smell this fragrance, it just gives you the sweet, creamy vibe. It's so good. And every single fragrance I've tried that has ylang ylang does have that like creamy floral vibe. And then it has a note of agave. Agave, if you didn't know, is the plant that is used to make tequila from Mexico. You'll definitely pick up that like greenness, like that aromaticness from the agave, but it's really like just perfectly balanced with the sweetness, the creaminess of this perfume. And of course it has vanilla, it has some sandalwood, a creamy woody base, and a little bit of musk, but you really just get like a creamy sweet floral fragrance from this. And I do think this can also work for all year round. It's just, it's sophisticated, but it's one of those, it's noticeable because it smells a little bit different, but it's so good. Try this one out. The link is in the description box down below. And this one, the performance of this is eternal. You will get a full day's wear out of this one as well. It's perfect and it's not too expensive. So yeah, check this one out.